Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. We've got some pretty important. Just kidding. It's not an exciting chart at all. There is absolutely nothing happening with Bitcoin. We are in an active bearish mean reversion condition combined with a compression range for that mean reversion condition. And essentially, I'm just assuming we are going to go sideways. I can, however, define the range for you, which should be very clean. Swing high is currently at this time 9505. Last stream we did recommend shorting the wick to that 1.25 standard deviation of the current or the CLCP. And then the swing low we currently have defined at 9,025. I am currently expecting lateral mean reversion where price moves sideways, staying in the compression range, where the mean takes its time to travel up to meet price. This is signified by significantly and steadily decreasing volume, and the fact that the compression range is just so well defined with absolutely no expansion whatsoever. We saw the exact same thing in the prior mean reversion condition with that nice lateral trading there. So because this mean reversion condition is active, it means we eventually do need to either A, travel down to 8,640 by this current estimate, right? We're just looking at that 140 moving average, and that is slowly going to move up every day. Let's figure out how much it's moving up every day. It shouldn't take long, right? Currently it's at 8,638. Let's just look back one day. Yeah, it's going up about 0.5% every day. And let's just actually do a quick estimate on how long this mean reversion condition will take to complete, at least in terms of actual compression. Based on our look back period on the 4-hour chart from current period to when volatility overhead evaporated to the 140 period, looks like we got about 7.5 days left of lateral trading / compression. So a week of boring price action is my bet, so long as we do not break below 9,000. If we do, that would activate a more bearish sentiment other than just compression. However, I would not expect values below 8,640 at this time, because the 3.2 standard deviation of the compression range should hold nicely there as well. So if you want to place buys at 9,030 and 8,680. Those are going to be your two buy values, while your short value is 9,480. So let's just draw on some lines, shall we? You want to short this value. You want to long, one moment, that value, and you also want to long this value. Okay, so should be nice. Let's define stops for these as well. What the hell? Right. So what I actually would recommend is, instead of just having a sell short order here, you want to sell when price moves down below that 940 value. So it would have a volatility pop to the upside, and then sell on the downside as soon as it rolls. Okay. As far as buying longs, I would recommend the same thing. Well, actually, for the longs, you could probably just place static buy order here at 9,035. And the same would go true for this here, right? I'm just concerned about volatility pops to the upside, less so the downside, because if we actually do break support, I would expect a more consistent downward move. Okay, so that should hold well. I did have a request to look at Link. If you do have any other requests, do put them in the comments on the YouTube channel. Let's take a look at BSV and Link. So, Link BTC. While we wait for these indicators to load, I went to go get a tire patched, and I ended up needing a new tire, so I just drove back to my house, got my snows, and had him put those on, and then while the car is in the parking lot at the tire replacement place, oh, my car battery died for second time this month, so I had to go get a new car battery. And I've just been doing errand after errand, and they keep stacking up, so I think I got a good deal, though, so all's good. All right, as far as Link goes, ooh, yeah, that compression range is holding nicely with a bearish mean reversion condition to the downside. You know, this trend did hold rather well, right? Look at that 1.25 standard deviation of the locks. We had longs there, there, and there. This is the one that would have stopped out, right, as we plunged into the mean inversion. We did have a downward expansion here as well with its own compressionary period. It does seem that mean inversion condition has tapered off, which is very nice, right? If you look at this longest overexpanded period of 60, mean inversion condition is complete just by the fact that it has reverted below the 0.7 value and now the 0.4 value as well. So it is technically fully compressed. Trend continuation is viable in terms of the longest overexpanded period here on the lower time frame, which, why not we take a look at that, right? Hold on, just on the 4-hour chart, I want to point out one thing. Locksp over here was 200, 300, there it is, 300. That condition is now evaporated. Trend continuation to the upside is now viable. I just want to point out well, hold on. 4-hour chart, the only thing holding price right now is this compression range. 1.25 standard deviation did smack that down quite effectively. You'll notice, yeah, that resistance did hold. What we would want to look for is upward expansion on lower time frames, which we can actually do by defining mean inversion pivots here on the 15-minute chart. So as soon as we get that mean inversion pivot, very nice. We want to look at that 120 period, 125, excuse me. Just going to wait for ACAT to load, and we should have a very clear reading as to what to expect next. All right, just give it one moment, please. Because if we actually define a bounce pivot here on Link, that would be very nice, because this is a lot of bullish volume, a lot of upside. Especially with the 4-hour now having trend continuation viable. What we can look at is bounce pivots on the lower time frame. Nice. Okay, hold on. We can actually play this, guys. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna set an alert for, just clean this up a bit. I want the 125 period on the 1.3 standard deviation. Not quite enough. 0.5 standard deviation. 1.4. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to set an alert on this band. Custom Bollinger Band length 2. All right. Let's create a new alert for Link. When that actually triggers, I am going to place a buy on Link. Bollinger Band Meow Mix, I would like to see. Hold on. We can actually do 1/10 period lock sprawl as well. So I'm going to set 2 alerts. We're just going to call this BB Long Link. I want to see Bollinger Band Meow Mix. Upper band 2 crossing. Oops, shoot. Yeah, I just want Link crossing Bollinger Band Meow Mix. Upper band 2. This here should alert us for a long on Link, because longing on Link is very appealing. And then we're going to create a second alert using CCI. And because this is the 125 period, we are going to change this to a 12 period CCI, which astonishingly enough is going to align. Let's do 13 because it's 12.5. Let's round up. And I just want to use a slightly longer period. So quad CCI and ACAT are actually giving us identical signals despite being independent strategies. So we want to see Dad's Ultimate Containment Quad CCI. We want crossing up. We just want plot 1 value negative 100. We're going to call this Quad CCI Link. Very nice. If either of those trigger, I am going to put a long on Link. That is very appealing to me. Next up, we're going to look at BSV, BTC. Nope. Wow, that's ugly. I would like to look at the Binance chart, please. It's not on Binance. Cool. Sure, Bitfinex. Oh, are you referring to BCH BSV? We're not. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Oh, actually, hold on. Doth my eyes deceive me? Ooh. Tempting, isn't it? That's a really clean Lox breeding, but I would consider that mean reversion active. I think we're about to enter a longer term compressionary state. Compression range looks really well, upside is holding, and we now have an active downside. So sideways or down for BSV, okay? Great Day says, oh gosh, I moved to town center, found work there, and sold my car. Happy, saving time and money. Yeah, man. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I liked living downtown for that reason. I was big on biking at the time, and I would just bike everywhere, regardless of distance. It was a good habit. But now I prefer mountain climbing, but that's out of season, so I have to find a new exercise hobby. All right, looks like that's it for comments today. It has been a pleasure. I will talk to you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. MST. Have a good one.